Morning students. Previously we have discussed the chemical properties, physical properties and thermodynamic properties related to the refrigerant. Now today we are going to discuss some other properties such as the toxicity. So what is meant by toxicity? Toxicity is the nature of the refrigerant may cause the injury to the human body or depending upon the its presence in the percentage of the air. So toxicity refrigerants increases suffocation and poisonous the air for the breathing purposes. So the refrigerant should be preferably non-flammable, non-explosive, and the refrigerant used, which refrigerant we are going to be used, that should be air conditioning, food preservation, and should not be non-toxic as they will come in contact with the human being. So all the fluids other than the air called as the toxic as they will cause the suffocation with their concentration with large enough. So we have to take the special care while using the refrigerants in the air conditioning of the hospitals and the cold storage. Second one is the flammability. Related with the flammability, we are finding that ideal refrigerant should not have any danger or explosive in presence of air associated with the lubricating oil, but most of the refrigerants which commonly used are the non-flammable such as freon, CO2. So ammonia and the CH3Cl burn with certain concentration in the air. So the refrigerants of hydrocarbon family are the highly flammable over there. So the refrigerant should be non-flammable, non-explosive, and the refrigerant should be inert and not catch the fire with subjected to the high temperature. So from this point of view, CO2 is the most suitable as it is not as it is not only non-flammable but also it acts as a fire extinguisher. So ethane, butane, isobutane, these are highly undesirable as they catch the fire quickly. So next property is corrosive. So related with the corrosive, we are finding that the freon refrigerants are the non-corrosive with all the metals. So brass, copper, zinc, iron, tin, lead, aluminium, these are the freon refrigerants, and the refrigerant becomes acidic in presence of air and water. So the refrigerants of hydrocarbon family are highly flammable. So what are these hydrocarbon family? Methane, ethane and propane. And ammonia refrigerant is comfortable with iron and steel material. So these are related with the corrosiveness. Next is the chemical stability. In related with the chemical stability, the refrigerant should be chemically stable as long as they are inside the refrigeration system, and it should not react with the material of the refrigeration system or with which it comes into the contact. So it should be chemically inert and should not undergo polymerization reaction at either the lower or higher ranges of the temperatures. So these are the properties. Now we are going to discuss the effect of refrigerants on the what they are going to be occupy. So the refrigerant used in cold storage plants and in domestic refrigerator should not affect the quality of the products. Means suppose it changes the color and taste of the product, then it is not desirable. So ammonia dissolved in the water and becomes alkaline, which spoils the taste of the vegetable, fruits or meat, and SO2 dissolved in the water which become the acidic, which does not affect on the food as they are acidic, but the bleaching action on the flower and the plants of the, so we are observing over there. So methyl chloride vapors has no bad effect on the flower and the plants. So no danger in eating foods and drinking drinks that are exposed with methyl chloride vapors. So freon has no effect on the food, meats, vegetable, flowers we are observing. So there will be no change in the color or taste which is exposed to the freon. So these are the some other properties which we have discussed, that is the toxicity, then flammability, corrosive and chemical stability, and some other effects on the products. So next point which we are going to be discuss, that is the classification of the refrigerants. So refrigerants broadly classified into the primary refrigerants and the secondary refrigerants. And the primary refrigerants means what? The primary refrigerants are those that pass through the process of compression, cooling, condensation, expansion, evaporation or warming up during the cyclic process. And the example of this primary refrigeration, we are finding that this primary refrigerant are the ammonia, R12, R22, carbon dioxide, which comes under the class of these refrigerants. Once again I am repeating, the primary refrigerants are those refrigerants that pass through the process of compression, cooling, condensation, expansion and evaporation. Now secondary refrigerants means what? The medium which does not go through the cyclic process in the refrigeration system and only used as a media for the heat transfer. So these are referred as the secondary refrigerants. So benefits of the secondary refrigerants are what? The refrigerant allow the amount of environmentally harmful primary refrigerants to minimize the content in the restricted area, and the secondary refrigerant are safer and generally suitable for the refrigeration system. So secondary refrigerant absorb heat and changes the temperature in order to transfer the substance or the products to be cooled. So the secondary refrigerants do not change state in cooling cycle but change temperature by absorbing the sensible heat. So brine are the we are using as a secondary refrigeration in the system, such as a water glycol solution, water ethanol and the acetone solution. So examples of this secondary refrigeration, we are seeing that the water, glycol, brine solution of sodium chloride and calcium chloride, this comes under this secondary refrigerant group. So primary refrigerants, so while we are seeing that the primary refrigerants are the again further classified as the halocarbon compounds, azeotrophs, hydrocarbon, inorganic compounds, unsaturated organic compounds. So selection criteria on these refrigerant we are going to be discussed later on. So first we are going to see the halocarbon compounds over there. So in this halocarbon compounds, these group of the refrigerants contain one or more or three halogen chlorides, fluorides and bromines, and the mixture of two or more these groups of the refrigerant contains one or more of these halogen, chlorides, fluorine and bromine. So these are the halogen compounds, and these are obtained by replacing one or more hydrogen atoms. So these refrigerants have the wide range of boiling point at 1 atmospheric pressure. So this satisfies the requirement of the domestic, commercial and industrial application. So the presence of the fluorine in the compounds makes it non-toxic. So it renders desirable physical properties. So in these halocarbon compounds, we are seeing that the R11, which we are going to call as a trichloromonofluoromethane, that is the CCl3F. R12, that is difluoromethane, that is CCl2F2, and R13 monochloro trifluoromethane. So these we are going to indicate as a CClF2. R22, that is the monochloro difluoromethane, that is CHClF2, and R152, that is the difluoroethane, that is CH3 CH3F2. So these are the halocarbon compounds. Once again I am repeating, these are obtained by replacing one or more hydrogen atoms in ethane or methane with halogen. So these are generally we are using in the domestic, commercial and industrial application. And the common application of these are the refrigerator, frozen food, and the ice cream cabinets, water coolers, window air conditioner, and low temperature application. So these are generally the properties we are observing: non-toxic, non-flammable, non-explosive, and non-corrosive. So these are the halocarbon compounds which we have seen. So these all about the today's lecture. Today we have discussed the properties of the refrigerant. We have discussed the primary refrigerant and secondary refrigerant. Also we have discussed the properties of the refrigerants and the classification of the refrigerants, and in that classification we have seen the primary refrigerant, secondary refrigerant, and what we are so this is all about the today's lecture. Thank you.